Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my trip recap of my first ever time visiting Las Vegas. I went to Las Vegas December 30th to January the 2nd, and it was pretty much a last minute trip. I took JetBlue from Fort Lauderdale to the airport in Las Vegas, and the flight, it had like 3 different delays, so we ended up landing around midnight. But that was no problem because we're in Vegas and Vegas never sleeps. So we got an Uber from the airport to our hotel, which was Aria. It was about a 10-minute drive from the airport to Aria. And I'm just taking in all the lights and looking at all the things because honestly, it's just like a sight that I've never seen before. So I arrived at Aria and it was about midnight whenever we were checking in. But there were still people all over the place. People in the casino downstairs, in the bars. There were a couple restaurants, just people everywhere. We checked in, and while we were checking in, I also wanted to check out these Christmas decorations that they still had hanging up in the lobby. And they were gorgeous, just very, peppermint themed, little red and white swirlies. Everyone was around taking pictures and videoing. Very pretty. This is the view from the room. 25th floor, room 140, if I remember correctly. And yeah, it looks very pretty at night. And then this is what it looks like during the day. You can see like the little mountain range in the background, and I just thought that was so cool. It looks like a little painting. It doesn't look real, and I know you guys probably like it's just mountains, but I'm from the South and I don't see stuff like this. And it was very cold during our entire stay, and these people were like outside. I know it's a hot tub, but still, it's cold outside. The room came with a mini bar. It's stocked up, but everything in there is super expensive. I did get a Sprite though, and this Sprite was like $17. The room is fully automated with this tablet. You can use it to control just about everything in the room, from the drapes to the TV to all of the lighting, the air conditioner. It controls everything. You can order room service from it. You can see the sheer curtains rolling back, and it opens up to that wonderful view. There are also blackout curtains that can be used at night because the marquees are pretty bright, and it gets pretty bright inside of the room from those lights. So again, look at this gorgeous view of all these buildings. And the room also came with these really comfy robes. I love this bathroom. It had plenty of lighting to do my makeup. I spent a lot of time in there. The toilet was sectioned off behind this door, and it had like frosted glass. And there's a phone in there for some reason. I don't know. There was also a really deep tub and a spacious shower with the shower seat. First day fit check. My entire outfit is from Shein, except for the shoes. I got those in West Palm, and nothing's in that cup but water. I was trying to start my day off right. So we walked over to Bellagio using the walkway in Vidara across from Aria because we wanted to go to the buffet. Now, I knew this wait was about to be ridiculous, but sometimes you can't tell some people anything. So we still tried to go, and guess what? 3-hour wait. I said absolutely not. Absolutely not. They're like, oh, you can go play some. Absolutely not. So instead, we checked out some of the Christmas decorations, and then we went outside to wait for an Uber, because I found on Google this vegan restaurant that was located kind of off of the strip. I love these Christmas decorations. Look at this nutcracker. And then they had like a little ballerina. And then this art installation on the ceiling. I think that's glass. I don't know. Somebody said that was glass. I don't know. Waiting for an Uber, getting an Uber in general is kind of difficult in Vegas. I'm used to being able to just request an Uber and it picks me up wherever I'm at. But at these hotels, you have to go to like the basement or a different floor. They have like all these designated pickup and drop off areas. I mean, it kind of makes sense because I feel like maybe they think otherwise it would be total chaos because there's a lot of people that visit Vegas. But I mean, there's a lot of people that visit Miami too, and it's not like that. But I don't know, like, do more people go to Vegas than Miami? I don't know. I guess they found a way that works for them, and that's Vegas's way of doing it. So we're on the way to this vegan restaurant. We went to Modern Vegan, And the place looked kind of unassuming on the outside, but it had nice decor on the inside. And I am not vegan, but the food was very good. I give it like an 8 out of 10 overall. We had the fried jalapeno poppers, the buffalo chicken mac and cheese, and then the Zeus waffle. It had like bananas and oranges on it, or some other type of fruit. And everything was good. The portions were very large. I feel like I ate so much food that it looks like I'm literally like 7 months pregnant. But I still look good from the front and the back. That's the only views that exist in my head. So, yeah. There was a sign just outside the bathroom. I thought it was so cute. Sorry, Daddy, I'm in Vegas. So we finished eating. We went outside. We were waiting on the Uber. I had to put my little sweater on because it was cold. I don't know what I thought the weather would be like in Vegas, but this was not it. It was literally no higher than maybe the 50s or something while we were there. To me, that's cold. So we got in the Uber. We rode to MGM Grand, and when we got there, we saw an IV clinic and decided to get matching B12 shots. Why? Honestly, I don't know. We also bought tickets to see Ka, a Cirque du Soleil. Is it Cirque du Soleil? I don't know. To the little, the acrobatic show. And now these people on TikTok and YouTube were saying it was boring and it was not worth it. I'm telling you, it was absolutely worth it. I loved every minute of it. And I recommend that anyone go see the show. After we watched that show, then we went to Wolfgang Puck Bar and Grill, and I had the shrimp scampi, 7 out of 10. The flavor was good, but it was a little cold. And I also had the crab cakes. I give those a 10 out of 10. I love them. While at MGM Grand, we also bought tickets to Hakkasan's New Year's Eve event that they were having. And we wanted to see the fireworks on the strip first, so we had to go back to our hotel to, rest and get ready. I'm so happy that I had that time to take a nap because we didn't get back to the hotel after doing everything on New Year's Eve until like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. So I needed it. This was my New Year's Eve dress. Originally, it was going to be my birthday dress 2 years ago, but I never wore it. It's from Fashion Nova. I'm glad that I kept it because I feel like this is honestly the perfect dress for Vegas and especially on New Year's because it's a little short, it's sparkly, it was cold, so I'm glad that it had long sleeves. And then I love like the little furry neckline. It was very cute. I got a lot of compliments. So we walked down from our hotel to the strip, and there were so many people out there. And yes, it was cold, if you can't tell by all the people bundled up, and you can even see the little puffer jackets. And I thought I would see people or vendors out there selling things, but I was a bit disappointed because I did not see any. I was hoping to buy like a New Year's hat or glasses or some little noisemakers or something. There was nothing. Maybe they had like restrictions on it. I don't know. If it were me, I'll be out there trying to make my money. So Aria started the countdown clock and it was completely wrong. It was like 40 seconds wrong, but the fireworks show started. And it was beautiful. And it was pretty long. Like, I'm not used to attending a long fireworks show like that. Like, normally, it's a couple to a few minutes. But this was pretty long. And we could see fireworks going off in, like, 3 different directions. This moment right here made the entire trip worth it. It was gorgeous. After we got our fill of fireworks, we wanted to get an Uber, but again, it was a little hard. But we walked into Waldorf Astoria, and we waited in the lobby there for an Uber. And we took the Uber to Hakkasan, where we walked into, apparently, a Fat Joe concert, which was awesome. He performed, like, all of my favorite songs. I love Fat Joe. And I don't care what some people may say, but Fat Joe has some absolute bangers. Seriously, like, just listen. After he finished with his performance, the DJ came on, and then there were some dancers on the stage. Why? I don't really know. I mean, I feel like I could have been up there doing those dance moves. Anyway, the next day we started with lunch at Javier's, which was inside Aria, and I had the carnitas, and I really enjoyed it. I feel like they give you a lot of food, and the meat was crispy on the outside and then really tender on the inside. So it was perfect. And then they also have, some vegetarian options as well. After we finished that, we went to the Wynn to check that out, and it was just as stunning as the other hotels. It looks like a palace. You could, I feel like, walk around this place for hours upon hours and never get tired. The decor it just seems like really regal and kind of opulent. I don't know if maybe that's the right word. I don't know. It seems fancy. Okay, it seems like a fancy place. In the midst of our sightseeing and walking around the Wynn, we stumbled upon a box office for a show called Awakening. So we decided to buy some tickets. I had no clue what this show was about, but I'm so happy that I ended up seeing it. There was so much going on. It was very entertaining. There was dancing, aerial stunts, some comedy, and then like some magic tricks thrown in there. And it all followed like a storyline. Like, look at these visuals. Amazing. And it just makes me wonder, like, I look at it and I'm like, how long did it take to put all this together? It must have taken forever. I felt like I was watching a movie, but it was real life. Okay, maybe not that extreme, but I don't know. I feel like I was watching like some type of awards show or something. I've never been to an awards show, but maybe this is what I imagine it would be like. I recommend seeing this show. So last day, I'm looking cute, feeling good in my Skims dress, just admiring myself. This dress is one of my favorites. It's comfortable, it's warm, but it still looks so cute. We walked over to the Miracle Mile shops, and honestly, they were pretty underwhelming. So we walked and we got food instead at Nacho Daddy. It's right beside the Buffalo Wild Wings. And I had the chimichanga. It was so good. The rice and the filet mignon on the inside were amazing. Like, so amazing. I started to walk in the kitchen and ask them what seasonings they used. I highly recommend it. After that, we walked to the fountain show at Bellagio. And I was blown away at the show. Like, I've only ever seen clips of it, but to see it in person and you gotta, hear the music and be with the crowd, it's such a different experience. But I'm pretty disappointed that we didn't get to see it at night, because I wanted to be able to get the full effect with the lights in the fountain, but this was still gorgeous. And I just had to get a selfie video with the Eiffel Tower before we left this area. It's so cute. Look at it. I feel like I'm in Paris. After that, we went to the Baccarat Lounge on the inside of the Bellagio, mainly because my feet were sore from walking so much, and we just wanted a place to sit down and relax instead of having to just sit, in front of a slot machine. So it was around 2 or 3, and our flight wasn't until 10 p.m. We got up and we walked around some more, looked at the Christmas decorations again, and then we ate at a place called Harvest. I ordered an appetizer because I wasn't too hungry. I had the salt and pepper shrimp and the side of the Brussels sprouts, and both of those were fantastic. I recommend them. I give them like 100 out of 10. Look at this presentation. It was recommended to me by the waiter, and I loved it. So waiting for the tram so we can go back to Aria, we saw this beautiful view of the fountains and the little Ferris wheel thing, and I think the sphere. I think that's it. I don't know. But I did get my wish after all, to see the fountain show with the lights. So we got to Aria, picked up our luggage, and we were at the airport around 9 p.m. and our flight took off at 10:30. And I slept the entire way back, and we landed at Fort Lauderdale at 6 a.m. Do I recommend Vegas? Yes, but make sure that you bring some proper walking shoes. Even if you think it's going to ruin your cute outfit, bring the shoes. And also make reservations for things, or a lot of times you will be out of luck. Speaking of luck, I did win some money on the slots at Bellagio. I'm not going to tell you how much, but you can guess in the comments. Until next time, bye.